Don't be alarmed. The quasi-shimmering light before you is a trans-dimensional gateway to other worlds, other voices, other thoughts, and other realities. Up feels like down, and down feels like the number 7 on a Wednesday morning. Don't worry. That quivering, blood-boiling sensation under your eyebrows is all a part of the charm. Welcome to the PCC Multiverse.
Welcome to the Pop Culture Cosmos.
And we're back. If I can just find the right intro.
I was gonna say, what show? What is this?
Yeah, I know what show. It is the Pop Culture Cosmos. Yeah, that's again early morning for me. It's Gerald Glassford. Come right back at you here with Pop Culture Cosmos. Game Source, Inside Sports Fantasy Football, and the Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate everyone out there checking all of our great shows. Make sure you go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and give us that 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Just truly thank you so much for everyone around the world that listens to the show. And if you're one of the radio stations that carries us still to this day, so many years in, we cannot thank you enough for supporting us right here at the Pop Culture Cosmos. But it wouldn't be a Pop Culture Cosmos without my good friend. It is, of course, the man behind so many great things, including the Plucky Gamer and, of course, the Happy Hoarder. Humanity Kids Media's own, of course, Josh Peterson. What's up, man?
What's up? Hey, have you noticed that a lot of the old biggie pop culture properties are currently hunting for things, right? So Lord of the Rings currently hunting for Gollum, right? Whether or not anybody actually wanted them to do that. And Star Wars now, it turns out, has been hunting for Ben Solo. And
well, not if you're Bob Iger. So that's
apparently not. But I don't know. So here's my take on this, right? I would much rather have a Star Wars movie made by somebody who like lived in the Star Wars universe as opposed to someone who sat around a table being like, we need to make this Last Jedi. We'll bring Palpatine back. We'll sell all these toys and Disneyland will be off the hook for years. But what do I know?
Well, this was a project that was pushed by Adam Driver, the hunt for Ben Solo.
I would have given it a shot, man.
Steven Soderbergh directing. Who knows? And again, it would have not been a larger, elaborate, multi $200 million. It would have been more intimate affair, he says, in recent interviews, and so it would have been something that maybe could have generated an audience. I don't know, because again, you have to still have the explainer that he's dead. So how does he come back? So I don't know. That's the hard part. That's the reason why I didn't go any further with Bob Iger, because the execs at Disney said he's dead.
Did they ever confirm that he was dead? I don't remember it. Like I said before, that movie is just a blank spot in my memory. What happened at the end of that movie?
As you famously said one time, it just basically he just disappeared. Nothingness. It was just a memory. It just seemed like it was at the end, Daisy Ridley's character was just fondly remembering him as someone who had passed away and taking on the mantle of good going forward, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Even though she's a Palpatine. Spoilers. She's gonna try and do good going forward. And trust me, don't ask me unless you pay me to go back into that part of the world of Star Wars.
Yeah, no desire.
No desire, indeed. But it is the Pop Culture Cosmos. Truly appreciate you joining us. Wanted to go ahead and make sure you know that we cover the world of pop culture like no one else. Wanted to go ahead and start off the discussion this weekend with the box office little report right there. Your anime world has got another winner on their hands in Chainsaw Man, as it wins the domestic box office. Chainsaw Man, the movie Reze Arc, earned about $17 million over the weekend domestically here in the United States. Right now, it's sitting at 108 worldwide on Box Office Mojo, and you and I watch Box Office Mojo change things around. I think it's a legit number this time around. I think. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is getting up there. I mean, It looks like it's officially past Superman F1 How to Train Your Dragon, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to pass Jurassic World, but
Yeah.
Chainsaw. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say it's at 666 million. I think that's the legitimate number now going forward. It hasn't fluctuated wildly in maybe a week or so. So I'm going to say they're running with that one right now.
Yeah.
But,
The Chainsaw Man movie. So I'll talk about what I saw this past week later. It looks like, but the Chainsaw Man movie it's interesting because like Demon Slayer, despite it being like bloody, is like I don't know. It seems to appeal a lot to kids, but like as a parent, like I wouldn't show my kids Chainsaw Man because it's like very violent and like sexual too. So it's one of those movies. Yeah, it's like it's a really super adult anime. So I don't foresee it surpassing it's cool that it made $108 million, but I don't really see it going for the bigger numbers. I just don't see it getting that far. What are your thoughts though?
it's not going to have obviously anywhere near what Demon Slayer is. Demon Slayer is the anime success story of all time. As far as anime movies, unless you consider the Nezha movies. If you consider Nezha 2 an anime, then I'll give that to you. So it depends on how far you want to go ahead and put in the animation far as that's. But Japanese traditional anime, let's just go ahead and say I'd say let's go with Demon Slayer having it being the biggest success story. But for Chainsaw Man, this is still a success because when you reach over $100 million worldwide for a anime movie, you're, I think, in many cases exceeding expectations. So because it's not as widely known, but you're right, it is very adult in nature. He is a very hormonal teenager. I will say that for lack of a better term, and then we'll leave it at that. But yes. It is not a movie you want to take to the kids with the kids because it's just not that kind of movie. But it's definitely something that's interesting and out there. I still want to catch it when I get a chance, but I want to go ahead and run down the box office real quickly, and then I want to go ahead and hit you up with your thoughts on a movie that actually finished still in the top 5. But I want to go ahead and mention that Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. That's the latest Oscar vehicle that's out there that came in wide release. That's with Jeremy Allen White.
Who just graduated high school, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
Age 34.
Yeah, exactly. With the bear and all that. But he played Bruce Springsteen. It's not getting the greatest of reviews. So I think this will be put it off to the wayside, and also earned only $9 million domestically. So it is a financial disappointment. It was about the making of Nebraska, right around the Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska album, if I'm not mistaken. So if I am mistaken, let me know. But I think it's about that time and period of his life. And they found, I guess, in real life, the lost recordings of his Nebraska album, and have released that, I think. So do you want to know do you have anything on Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere?
No, I mean it's a movie I was interested in watching. I don't know if I'm interested enough to go to the theaters, and I think I might be amongst a majority of people who are like, oh yeah, that seems really cool, because the biopics have traditionally done, they've been decent movies, but they haven't done a lot in box office numbers for I'm trying the Freddie Mercury one, the Elton John one that came out. Like they don't traditionally do a lot in theaters, but then people stream the bejesus out of them when they come out, on a streaming platform. So I think we'll see, people will watch it, but I just don't think it's going to do well in terms of box office numbers.
Wanted to mention that Black Phone 2 only dropped 52%, which for a horror movie is outstanding. 13 million there domestically. Regretting You, I believe a romantic movie from Paramount Pictures that earned almost 13 million. Yes, go ahead.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because I'm almost like, I'm not going to get out to the theaters to watch it, but like this is the first time we've had a movie like a romantic comedy type movie come out in a really long time, like in theaters, that has actually gotten marketing and advertising. Like, are we moving away from the major franchise models and actually going back to a time when movies were in theaters that people could watch?
We'll see. We'll see what happens, because this probably would have, under many circumstances, gone straight to streaming. But it's also the fact that Paramount Plus is not has the highest amount of subscribers too, as well. That probably necessitated. But again, I don't know if it's going to make money, because I don't know how much it costs. I have to look up the production value costs on it. But a decent start. But remember, the rom-com has played itself out in many ways for many years because of what happened. It was so overdone in the early 2000s. Ask Matthew McConaughey, because
All
it
right,
yeah. So it earned, so the rom-coms were the king at one time of movies, and then now it's just like a complete. It's like comedies. Comedies are not put out much in movieplexes, because they just can't guarantee a return on their investment.
Yeah, that's true. But also, like, look at the news with Netflix and Stranger Things. Like, I think that the streaming platforms are starting to see, or these big studios are starting to see, like, oh, hey, well, I mean, we can also earn some revenue if we put these things out in theaters too. So I think that they're finally starting to see, like, hey, we can't just have our franchises be in theaters. We have to put other stuff out there too for people to watch, which I won't complain about.
When I first saw that poster this past weekend, I was thinking for a second, it's like the queen of rom-coms, Catherine Harrow. I really thought that was her for a second. I'm like, oh no, no, it's a younger actress as far as Alice Williams. Yeah. So it's like, okay, but she's got that same poster look, and I think that's probably intentional, the way they structured it and looked at it. So Regretting You is in third place. We mentioned as far as fourth place already for as far as, let me see, go back here. It will be fourth place for Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. So that is considered a disappointment. And then fifth place, before we go one last movie down deeper into the woods, Tron Ares. You saw Tron Ares over the weekend, my friend, and you were so excited to tell me about it. Your thoughts on Tron Ares?
I mean, it didn't like blow my mind, but I enjoyed it. Like, I thought that it was a well done movie. I thought Jared Leto was really good in the movie, and so were all the other actors. It told a good story. It kind of took to the extreme, like that whole concept of like the dangers of going into an all digital world, but I think that Tron Ares was a good movie. And I think the big issue is, as we've talked about before, it's the fact that the original Tron came out 40 years ago now. So I mean, there's a lot of people who aren't going to watch the movie because it feels like it's connected to a bygone era, and it's going to be hard to understand what's going on in the movie. So Tron's biggest issue is the fact that Tron is is just an old property, and it's unfortunate because the Tron Ares sets up for a sequel, but I don't know, I just don't feel like there's any money left in it.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a while before you see any signs of Tron back in the movie theaters. That's just my personal opinion. I just don't think that they are going to go ahead and put that out. By the way, Regretting You earned $30 million. Excuse me, it cost $30 million. So still has a way to go before it breaks even at the box office. But the way they designed it and looked at it, it is very much, like you said, a rom-com, like an early 2000s throwback. But again, it's from the same best-selling author as It Ends With Us. So we know how that movie actually is the last huge rom-com hit. It Ends With Us. So let's just hope they don't have the same kind of legal troubles that movie has. So I'll leave it at that. Right there.
Oh, that's the Blake Lively one, right?
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Yeah. It's like not exactly the greatest way to end up. Huge hit, and then unfortunately it. So last movie I want to go ahead and discuss before we head on to other subjects is Begonia. which came out, the latest movie from Yorgos Lanthimos, if you remember from Good Things that we talked about, which was a huge Oscar contender in the recent past. It stars Emma Stone once again. It seems like every Yorgos Lanthimos movie that comes out lately is involving Emma Stone in one way or shape or another. But this time she's a high-powered CEO that gets kidnapped by Jesse Plemons. And Jesse Plemons has got his tinfoil conspiracy hat on big time because he believes she's an alien that's going to take over the world. So I'll let you know about that one as far as how it laid itself out. I will say this, though, that when it comes to Bugonia, the reason why people need to keep an eye on it, it was a limited release. It earned one of the highest per theater averages of the year at $40,000 per theater. It goes to the wide release on Halloween, so we'll have to see what happens there with this movie as far as if it's still thought of as an Oscar contender moving forward. But Bugonia, again, from the interesting mind, I won't say demented mind or crazy mind, from Yorgos Lanthimos, from The Lobster, and so many other movies that they're always got to be offbeat. They always got to be different in some way, shape, or form. I don't see him doing a Star Wars adaptation anytime soon or anything like that, because he's just not that type of guy. But your thoughts on Begonia before we head on to other pop culture news?
Definitely an interesting premise. I don't know too much about the movie. I saw the trailer and the picture with Emma Stone with her head shaved. So I mean,
yes, that happens, I guess. Because again, Jesse Plemons thinks she's an alien, and I think shaves her hair off.
It's weird because like I remember.
No, she shaves it off herself during the movie. I'm sorry. That's there's a scene in there where she does. My bad.
I remember seeing the Lobster, not watching it, but seeing like the trailer for it. And I was like, oh, maybe that's an interesting premise. I'm gonna go back and watch that at some point, and then I never did. And I feel it's the same thing with this one. I'm like, oh, it's an interesting premise. Maybe I'll watch it at some point, and then I know that I'm probably gonna forget about it.
But it is Begonia. It finished with the highest per theater average, and it comes out in wide release this weekend. So if you're interested in a possible Oscar contender, because it doesn't look like the Springsteen movie is going to go anywhere, go ahead and give it a look-see this weekend when it goes into wide release. But if you have thoughts on the box office, please let us know. popculturecosmos@yahoo.com. Well, I wanted to go ahead and touch on Xbox. It seems to be a constant weekly thing. You know what? You can't, as much as what we say about Xbox being, a company, a platform that is seeing the highs of highs this year and the lows of lows this year, all in one, packed into one. You can't say they're not newsmakers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yes. The latest comments from Sarah Bond seem to suggest that when the next Xbox comes out, it's going to go into a completely different direction from what it was before. That it's going to go into, they didn't say higher price, but they said premium experience. And a lot of people are suggesting a PC console hybrid that will cost over $1,000. Your thoughts on this, my friend? I mean, they've lost the console war. This has gone on. I'm going to have to sit down with TJ. We're going to have to do because I know you and I did what's wrong with Marvel and what's wrong with DC and can we fix it? I think we're going to have to do a deep dive into that. You or TJ, one of you guys are going to have to do a deep dive with me on Xbox. Because there's a long history of how this company went and turned into the wrong direction that it never seemed to get back into. Your thoughts, though, on this possibly premium experience from Xbox, and if it's something you could really get into?
It's gonna. I mean, I have a feeling it's gonna be a PC. Like it's gonna be a Microsoft branded tower, I guess, Microsoft branded gaming PC essentially, and it'll have maybe it won't have all like the specific inputs that or outputs that a normal computer has, but it will. I mean, it'll be a machine that will allow you to have fully have access to Xbox Game Pass, PC, and all the other stuff. You'll be forced into paying for the top Game Pass subscription, and that'll be that, man. That was their plan all along. They're like, all these years ago when the Xbox came out, they're like, how can we get consumers to buy more PCs? The Xbox. And then they've led us along through all these generations of consoles towards buying until one day we would buy Microsoft PCs. That's just a conspiracy theory, of course, but I don't know. I mean, I honestly I think it will end up being a gaming PC. I think that's kind of like their plan here, and they're going to make it expensive so that people who don't want to buy consoles will go out and buy the TVs and stuff that have the apps on it, so they can power their cloud gaming services even more. But I feel like the next one for sure is not going to have a disk drive of any type on it. It's just going to be a pure digital platform.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right. And they're going to try and lean heavily on their cloud-based service. I know that doesn't bring good news to you, my friend,
Yeah.
because of the fact that in your area it is still an issue. I mean, my area it seems to be running fine. I have no problems with it. I've even played multiplayer, and it seems to be somewhat good. The I guess the lack of availability of widespread consistent internet obviously leaves for a problem as far as lag is concerned in your case, and in mine is I don't notice the lag as much, especially when I'm playing single player entity type games. So I get away with it just fine, but I can see the problem that you're still having with it, and that's why I'm not 100% sold on it. But I can't say I blame them. I don't know if this is their out for getting out of the console business entirely, is if this the next unit or Xbox doesn't sell. I don't know what their plan is right now, because they've tried to make Game Pass, which at one time was the best value in gaming, in a certain direction, and I don't know where they're going with it. They obviously don't promote it properly. They just the price just got hiked on it quite substantially, and I don't know where to go with it. I don't know where this company is heading. I don't know what direction it's going to. It seems directionless. When I see companies like this, they just don't have a clear direction that is promoting positivity to its fan base, and in doing that, I just don't know where to go from here. But if they've really punted on affordable console gaming with the PlayStation and Nintendo, and really gone a different direction, I guess that's probably the move that they have to make at this point. I just want to see them with the mixed reviews on the Xbox handhelds, which I really wanted to work so well. I really wanted to be an affordable thing, and I really wanted to be able to do the things I wanted to do. I'm hoping that they will continue to improve upon that and showcase that type of that type of innovation with another possible Xbox handheld, one of their own, that they don't have to rely on someone else, a fully branded, fully Xbox themselves console experience, even if it's expensive, even if it's a handheld. I still I still want to see what Xbox has next, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll commit to it. That's the problem.
Yeah, so here's my theory, and I've been formulating this quite a bit lately. I think that Xbox is trying to dissolve, uh, basically dissolve themselves into like a Steam type platform where
Mhm.
there's no hardware. Their stuff is available on PlayStation. Their stuff will still be, I mean, Game Pass will still be a thing, I'm sure, like on PC. There's stuff that I had heard rumors a while back that they're trying to get Game Pass to work work with Nintendo on having Game Pass functionality on the Switch. So I don't know if there's any truth to that or not, but I think that that is their ultimate dream, though, is to just get out of the hardware business completely and just go to the cloud gaming, and still have people play like the Halos and the Gears of War and things like that, but they don't want to be in the actual physical platform market anymore.
So we'll see what happens, my friend. But yes, the Xbox, again, according to Sarah Bond, is listing it or giving us advance notice that will be a premium console experience, and you'll be paying a premium console experience price most likely when it comes out. I'm guessing $12.99 would be my guess. Would probably be something like that. I don't even know. I haven't seen it yet, but if you're talking a premium console experience and already they're at $9.99 with their handheld, who knows how it goes from there. I mean, what type of specs will it have? They have AMD as a chip maker for them, so I want to see exactly what will take place as far as what's under the hood. How is it going to be a premium console experience? How is it going to integrate Windows, if that's going to be the case? How is it going to be able to interact with what's going on? Maybe they're learning some things from this handheld that they'll be able to apply to this upcoming premium console experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they are trying a bunch of different things, and I can't tell at this point in time like what's actually working.
I mean, when PlayStation tries a lot of things, it's usually in peripherals. It's usually something, that does like a monitor or speakers or VR or something that it's on the side. And you and I know that usually comes with very mixed results for PlayStation, but their consoles, for the most part, outside of the high price PlayStation 3, which almost lost them the console race against Xbox. They've been very successful. PlayStation 4 is one of the best selling console units of all time. PlayStation 5, it's not quite selling as well as PS4, but dollar wise, it is exceeding what the PlayStation 4 generated in revenue. So I don't see them deviating a whole lot from the norm with the PlayStation 6, but I think this next Xbox that we're going to see, my friend, is going to be completely different from the Xboxes we see before. My Xbox Series X, my Xbox 360, my Xbox Series S, the Xbox One I've had, and the original Xbox. I've had every Xbox ever. Well, as far as not ever, but I've had every generation of Xbox. I'm just wondering if I will actually go ahead and take the next step to the next Xbox. I wonder what Xbox will do to make me even want it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard to say, right? I mean, so PlayStation and Nintendo, when they have gone outside the box, they don't go outside the box. They stay inside the box, right? When they try something new, it's things that make sense. At this point, though, I'm absolutely flabbergasted that Xbox has not tried to sell us a toaster or a refrigerator. Oh, they did a refrigerator, but like
they did a refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no like Xbox dishwasher where I can stream, Game Pass or something while my dishes are cycling through the rinse cycle. Like Xbox has become completely unstable and unpredictable. So I have no idea. We have literally zero idea what is going to happen next outside of the speculation based on what they keep telling us, like, oh, it's going to be a premium console experience. What does that mean?
Give them time, my friend. That Xbox dishwasher just may come. You may see a collaboration with Maytag or something, and they'll just like Xbox branded Maytag. There you go.
And the thing is, I don't think that I'm the only person that wouldn't be surprised by that.
So what are your thoughts out there on a premium console experience from Xbox? We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please let us know if you are interested in what the future holds for Xbox as far as a premium console experience. Please let us know your thoughts. popculturecosmos@yahoo.com. Well, 1/2 hour down, 1/2 hour to go here on the Pop Culture Cosmos. It is Josh the Great Peterson from the Plucky Gamer, also as well Humanica Media, and so many other great things right there. And the Happy Hoarder as well, along with me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for watching and listening. Big shout out to our radio stations from around the world and the listeners therein. Want to go ahead and make sure you guys know also as well when it comes to Xbox, they had a Halo Day based off the Halo World Championships, which is still a thing. Recently, last week, Josh, and I actually, between you and between, I feel bad because between TJ and between Jamie, Jamie Monroy, big shout out to him. Kind of set your guys' day off a little bit because the reaction that about to the major announcement that was made, something that we had already said was inevitable, is that Halo, in all of its inimitable glory, the original Halo, has been remade as far as the campaign is concerned. So there you go, right there, coming up for you. So with that, my friend, I want to ask you this. Your thoughts on this, my friend, when it comes to the Halo campaign Evolved. The multiplayer is not involved in this. I don't know why they couldn't remake that too, but okay, whatever. This will be probably out just before the 25th anniversary of next fall. But Halo gets remade, and it's coming to PlayStation 5. Helleth has frozen over, my friend.
Yeah, I mean it looks really pretty. Look at that right now. But also, like, didn't we say that the Halo Anniversary Edition looked really pretty too? So I mean, I think we're just kind of getting things reskinned a second time, but this time in the Unreal Engine. I mean, I'll play it. Like, I think it's cool that they're actually allowing us to do 4-player co-op, which is something that I've been wanting to happen, so I can go back and play this game with. So I was trying to go through Halo with my kids, and they don't like to switch off when we play. So I'm grateful that there is a 4-player co-op on this one, so that we can all play at the same time. That being said, I mean, from a selfish perspective, I would have much rather had seen like what's happening next with Halo as opposed to what has already happened. You know, does that make sense?
Fifth anniversary, my friend, and I very mixed results. Depending on who is telling you that. It's overall. I just think that at this point in time, it looks good, looks really good, and I will play it. And again, the 4-player co-op feature is something that's going to be interesting. But I'm still at a loss why you couldn't figure out that they're not like maps that were made yesterday as far as the multiplayer is concerned. I mean,
yeah,
they're 25 years old. Come on, give me a break here. You couldn't have the time to put them in Unreal Engine, and again, it just goes back to a very chaotic situation behind the scenes for Xbox. When did you greenlight this, and how come it didn't greenlight? You obviously know that you had plans for something like this because of the success that you had on PlayStation already with Xbox stuff. And I guess again, this was the last major IP that was not on PlayStation. I get it. I understand it. That's just going to be a big deal. A lot of people are going to get into it now. I just don't understand why you couldn't make it in its fully complete form. There is 3 new prequel levels, I believe, that they're going to add to this to make it a kind of a little bit of a different campaign feel with Sergeant Johnson involved. But yeah, again, not having any type of wherewithal to include the entire game and the very satisfying multiplayer that at the time, for local connectivity, people were doing LAN parties for this. People were going over to their dorms or people's friends' houses, bringing their Xboxes, linking them together so that they could play and enjoy the at that time revolutionary multiplayer. It just baffles me that you couldn't figure out how to in advance do that at a soon enough time if you knew this was the game you were going to bring out for your 25th anniversary. It just makes no sense to me. I'm very baffled by it.
Yeah, well, so my thoughts on this are that this was a couple things, right? It was the not having the multiplayer is obviously going to save time and money. I think also, with all the you can play all these maps in the Master Chief Collection, right? So I think they
Yes.
probably sat back and they thought about it from that perspective, like, oh, hey, we can, why are we going to dump all this money when these maps already exist? But also, I think that this was legitimately, I think it was just a test drive for this new company. It's not who's
Well,
the
remember, this is on PlayStation 5. They don't have they haven't played one of these. They haven't put one of those maps on PlayStation.
right, because I mean, I have a feeling we're gonna see a Halo 2 remake next year too. Like I don't think it's gonna stop right here. And then we're gonna see the porting of the rest of the Master Chief Collection onto the PlayStation 5. I think that that's the ultimate the roadmap that they're taking here. But this, I feel what's the company that is working on Halo now? It's not
It's not
343 anymore.
343. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go look it up. But on that,
Yeah, but I think that this is a test drive for them. I think that they were seeing what they could do and um getting it out there. But yeah, I mean, I think with
Halo Studios.
Halo Studios, I think with Halo on the PlayStation 5 that this has effectively ended the console wars, but also I personally like I think that is a I think that's a I think having
It's still 343. They're just formerly known as 343. They just renamed themselves because 343 has a really bad stigma to it.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I think we're gonna see Halo 2 next, and then we'll see the rest of the Master Chief Collection. I don't know if we'll ever see maybe we'll see a Reach remake, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like after Halo 2, the games don't really need to be remade, but that's just my opinion.
Kind of would like to see an ODST and Reach remake. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I just but here's what it's like what I said earlier though. Like I would much rather see what's happening for the Master Chief next as opposed to what's already happened. And that I think that is where like, yeah, this is cool, but I think this is where the news ultimately hit me the wrong way because I don't want to go. We've already had a remake of Combat Evolved. We don't need to go back to it. The only, like I said, the only thing that's really exciting me about it is the 4-player co-op that it has.
Mm-hmm. Again, it'd be nice to go back into it, and the 4-player co-op is a great feature. For me, I just thought it would, the complete experience. I mean, because it's not just the campaign that got people involved with Halo, got people excited for Halo. It was the fact that, again, that time the multiplayer was cutting edge, and I think that if you were able to create an experience with the maps that were available on Halo to a new audience on PlayStation 5, I think they would have actually really enjoyed it. You probably would have seen more success from it than what you saw from Halo Infinite, which at some time itself may be touched up and put out on PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to say what's going to happen. I think that with games like Infinite and Halo 5, Halo 4, they're all so new, like relatively new, that I don't foresee them getting like full rebuilds, like maybe a like upresing or what they could not a remake, but a
Yeah, I know.
what's the other word that we were arguing about that one day?
Remake versus
Remaster.
Remaster, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think we'll see remasters for sure, but I don't think we're gonna see from the ground up remakes like this one.
I would just personally, I would love for them just to remaster or remake, depending on the game, and just put it all in another collection. Just redo the Master Chief Collection in 4K. Make it as far as 60 frames per second on each and every one of them. Remaster or remake, depending on how new or old the game is, and just put it in one entire collection. And there you go. That would be my preference, because I think that's something where they would go, oh, but my guess is that they're going to just do this. If this is a success, then I see possibly interchanging maybe another 2-3 years with a new Halo, you're probably going to see, like you said, if this is a success, Halo 2 to the PlayStation 5 or 6, Halo 3 to the PlayStation 5 or 6, and then maybe a Master Chief Collection after that, on as far as remade and redone or remastered or whatever, or remade, whatever you may call it, done eventually. Because I don't think they're going to release them separately, the entire list of Halos. But I think they will at some point, after the drawing power of Halo 2 and Halo 3 onto the PlayStation. I think that they're going to go from there to something like a full entire collection, which I have it. I like the Master Chief Collection, but I don't go to it as much as I did in the past. But it's nice that I have it there because it's virtually everything that I still would like to play in the Halo universe.
Yeah. My dream offering here is we see maybe in June we'll see this thing that where a logo pops up on the screen, right? And it says Halo 4, and the Master Chief comes out of a cryo tube and says, Cortana, I just had the craziest dream, and he recaps the entire Halo 4, 5, and Infinite, and it turns out that it wasn't real, and they're just retconning the whole thing and giving us the Halo 4 that we actually deserve to have. That would be a dream to me.
That would be nice, but we will have to wait and see if that happens. But for now, we've been told that the Halo Campaign Evolved, which is the campaign only from the original Halo, they better not slap a $70 price point on this. That's all I'll say. But it is Halo Campaign Evolved. It is going to be made in Unreal Engine 5. It's going to be released next year. They just said, they didn't say when, but my guess is right around the 25th anniversary of, or whether it's on the 25th anniversary of Halo, the original Halo. So we will see, but it does look good. I'm going to it does look good. It has some frame rate issues at this point, but it's still a work in progress. But I definitely looking forward to seeing what they'll do. And yes, I will play it at some point. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But if you have thoughts on Halo Campaign Evolved, please let us know. popculturecosmos@yahoo.com, my friend. Yeah, so again, it looks good. I just hope for the best for it, and wondering what this will do as far as Xbox's new cash cow. It's only cash cow on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wish I knew like what the numbers Gears did on the PS5, but I bought Gears on PS5 is $40, which I think would be a decent price point for Halo.
Yeah, that would be okay. I think I could live with that. But yes, Forza Horizon was the real success story on Xbox. So we should see more Xbox titles, being that it's the most popular third-party entity of the year for PlayStation 5. And just the irony in saying that again.
Forza Horizon is?
I think Forza Horizon is, it's at one point in time, I guess earlier this year, it was the most popular title on PlayStation. So
that's awesome. Because I've been trying to get Forza Horizon on PlayStation for a long time, but it's still stuck at that $70 price point. So, or it's $60. Anyways, it doesn't go on sale at all. So I keep thinking to myself, like, oh man, it seems like a weird thing for me to pay $60 to play it on PlayStation 5 when it literally costs like $10 if you go to Walmart and buy it on Xbox.
Yeah, so I think you'll see something as far as a discount coming up, because guess what, my friend? Today we're a month away from Black Friday. So
yeah,
I've been already checking out blackfriday.com. Looking forward to it. It's one of our most favorite episodes of the year when we cover Black Friday as only we can. That is in the not too distant future. So guys, prepare out there. A month away is Black Friday. So if you have thoughts on Black Friday, what you would like to see on Black Friday, please let us know. popculturecosmos@yahoo.com. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what the big deals are going to be coming up for pretty soon, the not too distant future, and we'll keep abreast of it right here at the Pop Culture Cosmos. But yes, wanted to go ahead and mention to you, yes, as of a couple months ago, the PlayStation's top 10 best-selling games of quarter 2020 quarter two 2025 are Microsoft games. So I wanted to go ahead and mention that. Yeah, so again, that includes, like I said, Forza Horizon 5, Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, Doom the Dark Ages, even, which wasn't a success in many ways on the Xbox, was on PlayStation. Call of Duty Black Ops, which you have, it is still now a Microsoft owned property, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle all have achieved success on the PlayStation platform this year. Just wanted to go ahead and mention that as well. But again, with its new evolution, as far as coming up for the next series of consoles for Xbox, and then also the future for Master Chief is completely different than the one Josh and I are used to from Xbox. But we'll have to get used to it because this is the new Xbox, whether we like it or not, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So before we head on out and before we get the update on the MCU, where we're left off with the Punisher, wanted to go ahead and mention that Halloween is coming up very soon, very, very soon as we record this. We always mention what are the top selling Halloween costumes of the year, and would you be surprised to hear that K-pop Demon Hunters are by far and away the most popular entity right now, or the ones that kids, or at least young ladies, are looking for right around?
Not at all. I see
Even the Saja Boys, the Demon Boy group, that people are searching out the costumes or trying to look like them as well. Labubus, people are trying to get Labubu inspired costumes as well, because Labubus are rage right now. The traditional stuff still has its place as far as the traditional IPs of like Ghostbusters, Flintstones, and of course Marvel, DC, Star Wars. They still continue to be popular choices. Those are like steady movers. Disney animated characters, going, whether it's video game related, by like Minecraft because it did so well at the box office. How to Train Your Dragon, that also did well, but Lilo and Stitch, because of how well it did at the box office this year, they seem to be there seems to be a new interest in having costumes made of that, and then horror icons as far as it's concerned. So, including, you'll like the sound of this, characters from the Silent Hill video game series, because Silent Hill, the remake, came out recently.
Every year,
that seems to be of great interest. So, your thoughts on the top selling Halloween costumes for 2025?
I mean, they're all I'm looking at a list here on the USA Today, but like there's one for Donnie Darko, which is I don't even know if anyone knows who that is anymore. But yeah, the Silent Hill stuff, K-pop Demon Hunter definitely predicted that. I'm actually surprised not to see any Demon Slayer costumes on here, because remember last year those were really big. But you think with the movie, you'd have more interest in that. But yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters definitely thought that was going to happen. I mean, that's kind of what I was looking at. What was that one year when Frozen came out? Everybody was wanting to be Anna or Elsa, but this K-pop Demon Hunter seems to be the most popular kids, I guess, kiddish movie out there this year. So it's no wonder everyone's wanting these costumes.
Absolutely. So those are the top selling Halloween costumes. Again, not really anything surprising, which is, I guess, is good when you don't have something that's really smart. It's funny because I used to run Halloween stores back in the day for several years. Big shout out to my friends and cohorts that helped me run my Halloween stores back in the day. And I remember the year that Miley Cyrus with her twerking outfit was something that people asked for throughout the entire span. I was running the store during months of August and September, and October, halfway through, they finally, because they had to make them on the fly, because these things are made well in advance. They're designed well in advance, and they're usually made well in advance. But if there's something that pops up like during the summer or late summer that is trending, like for instance, Demon Slayer, I'm sorry, Demon Hunters, K-pop Demon Hunters, it came up late summer. So it leaves these makers, costume makers, whether it's overseas or here in the States, it leaves them really in a panic on how to try to see if they can make something and put them out there. So I remember getting twerking outfits like 2 weeks before Halloween, just a stash sent to me, and boom, they sold out like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the one thing that always was funny, because we talk about Avatar as my friend Rob McCallum would always say, our friend Rob McCallum would always say, does Avatar leave that cultural footprint? Well, I would always see every year that I would be selling Halloween costumes, Avatar, Navi costumes, and the like, just on the clearance rack, because they just did not translate. It just, every year the movie comes out, it's a big success, and then the years after it, nobody really cares about Avatar.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair in like every aspect. Remember, McFarlane bought the Avatar toy brand, and they sold a few of them, but after the movie came out, they were trying to clearance them for like $5 a piece, and still nobody wanted them.
So what are your thoughts out there on a Halloween costume? If you have a great idea for a Halloween costume that you made and you're going to wear this Halloween, go ahead and let us know at popculturecosmos@yahoo.com. Before we head out, my friend, the MCU, our trek through it continues. We are stopping by the Punisher, who has gotten a renewed interest in life based off of John Bernthal's portrayal, both in the Netflix series and now in the Disney series, and now going forward in the next Spider-Man as well. So your thoughts on the older versions of the Punisher, because there are more than one, aren't there?
Yeah, you know what? It seems weird to me that nobody ever did anything with Thomas Jane's Punisher after this movie came out.
It's Thomas Jane. People don't see him as a box office movie star, yet he's been in a couple of more than one couple movie, as far as fronted a movie that has been a success, but he's not thought of as a leading man type deal on a high budget, high end AAA production in the movies.
Yeah, which is weird to me because like I feel like he's the Punisher even more so than John Bernthal is. Like it baffles me that he was not in any way considered to make the jump into the MCU, because his Punisher movie is the quintessential Punisher on-screen version, at least in my eyes. Like I like John Bernthal, I liked his version of the Punisher, love his interactions with Daredevil, but like this was a true gritty adaptation of the true gritty comic books that is the Punisher. So it seems really weird. Like I don't know about you, man, but like I hated Warzone with a passion. Like I thought that they absolutely had missed an opportunity to make the Punisher, like continue the story of the Punisher with that movie. Like I liked like Ray Winston. I like Ray Winston, but that movie just did not take itself seriously.
Ray Stevenson,
Ray
by
Stevenson.
the way, Ray Stevenson. Yes.
Yeah. But that movie just did not take itself seriously in any way, shape, or form. And the first Punisher was such a great movie. I think. I mean, I think that like I look back on that, what was it, the first like 10 years of superhero movies that came out, and the Punisher is definitely like in the top 3 for me.
Who knows, my friend? Secret Wars is coming around, so you never know which Punisher we might see.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's a great question. But what did you think about the movie, man? Do you remember liking it?
I thought it was okay. John Travolta was a little overtop, because that was when we were seeing a lot of misses for John Travolta and some few hits. I mean, Face Off, but he was cheesy over the top in that one too, but that was a big hit. John Travolta, I mean, at that period of time was doing a lot of stuff that may have not clicked with me, but Battlefield Earth notwithstanding. I just think that Thomas Jane's performance, I think, like you said, was a really solid one. As the everyman being put into a terrible situation and just letting his rage take over and his thirst for vengeance coming back on it. So yeah, I can say that I like Thomas Jane's portrayal of it. I don't know why they went to Ray Stevenson. Rest in peace. I mean, not denigration on the actor himself, but I just don't know why they made the change away from Thomas Jane, other than the fact that the movie didn't really break even at the box office in its original run. So maybe, again, it goes back to seeing Thomas Jane as a leading man in a continuous series, or a man that the Hollywood studios was going to get behind. I think that just is the problem right there in a nutshell.
Yeah, I mean, and I had never heard of him before I saw The Punisher, but also I was a kid when The Punisher came out, so I hadn't heard of many people in movies. But when Warzone came out, like, my expectations for that series got really were high, because I had come off of the original Punisher at a high, and then this movie, I mean, sure, we'll talk about Warzone at a different time, but like, it was a joke. Like, it was like that jump from Ghost Rider to Spirit of Vengeance, which was done by the guys who did Crank 2. There was nothing. It was a joke movie, and I'm not saying joke in the form that it was bad. I mean, it was a joke movie in the fact that, like, the directors purposely made it into a joke movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will continue on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe trek that you keep on having us go through as we lead ourselves into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. But your thoughts, again, on Punisher? I'm glad to see John Bernthal revive the character. I don't think he's done a bad job at all with it, and I'm glad to see him now. It's going to be kind of weird how we're going to see a toned down version of the Punisher coming up in Spider-Man's latest adventure next summer.
Yeah, it's weird, because I would much rather see Daredevil in the Spider-Man movie than the Punisher, but what do I
Technically,
know?
we already have.
Yeah, but an actual Daredevil, not just Matt Murdock.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. But where are we heading next on our journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
one of the most revered MCU movies, or Marvel movies, period, or superhero movies, period, if for that matter. So, all right, be interesting to go ahead and talk about on our next foray into the MCU. But my friend, it's been a great episode going in. It just thinks that there's a lot to discuss. Before we head on out, Outer Worlds 2, it came out. Speaking of Microsoft, with all the stuff that's going on, Microsoft, oh, by the way, Keeper 1 week, Outer Worlds 2 the next. Your thoughts on Outer Worlds 2 as far as it being, this is a movie they tried to push as a really AAA sequel. It's got pretty good reviews, 84 on Metacritic. Your last thoughts on Outer Worlds 2 before we head on out?
Okay, so I loved Outer Worlds 1. I haven't had a chance to play this one because our internet has been down pretty much all weekend thanks to a series of storms. So I've not had a moment to. It's actually still downloading as we speak. So I'll have some more thoughts on that hopefully next week. But I'm definitely excited to play it, and I've heard people really enjoy it. So I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Again, Microsoft with that, Ninja Gaiden 4. And also, as well, I mentioned Keeper, 3 big releases in the month of October for Xbox. Again, I wish I was more excited. I wish I was more, but Xbox has killed my enthusiasm in many ways, and it's very disappointing because of it. But you guys go ahead. It's out on Game Pass right now. Go ahead and play all those titles, plus go ahead and play a lot more on Games Pass. But it is, again, buyer beware with the price indeed. But we will go ahead and continue to update you on the world of pop culture and pro wrestling. State of Pro Wrestling coming up very soon. I plan to have TJ back on as soon as he can. Jamie Monroy, hopefully, will go ahead and stop by as well. But Josh, any last thoughts before we head on out?
No, I think we covered everything, and Black Friday's coming up, so we'll be talking about that soon.
1 month away from Black Friday. So for Josh the Great Peterson, this is Gerald Glassford. It's another beautiful day in paradise right here in the Pop Culture Cosmos. We thank you for listening. And here's hoping you have yourself a great day.
Welcome to the pop culture cosmos.